morning, subscribers. I cannot believe this. We are filming Penelope's 2-month update. Seriously, where does the time go? I feel like she was just born yesterday, and now I'm already making her 2-month update. If I'm looking down, I'm looking at my computer down here. Not much has really changed since her last month update. I would say the biggest thing is that she is starting to be awake more often, like she is right now. And she's definitely becoming a lot more aware of her surroundings. Like right now I can tell she's listening to my voice, which is so neat. She really likes her hands being held lately too, and she loves her butt being patted or her back being patted. That's usually the one thing that works really well when nothing else is calming her down. She is starting to take these passies now. They're Tommy Tippy passies. She used to take a cutie pat, which I showed in the last video, but now she takes the Tommy Tippy ones. Her brothers are still fighting over her. It's really cute. We have a little corduroys beanbag. They always go over to that when they want to hold her. So like Jackson or Benny will say, I want to see her, I want to see her. And then they'll run over there and sit down. I don't know why, but they just think that that's where they need to be able to hold her. But yeah, they're all still loving on her and fighting over her. Benny has not been jealous lately anymore, which is great. I've really just enjoyed watching them all bond with her. She has a little bit of a cold right now. She's actually had a cold since birth, but now it's kind of turned into a little bit of a cough, so we do have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. We've already checked up on it twice since she's been born, and the doctor hasn't been worried yet because they say that her chest is clear. It's not been affecting her feeding, it's not been affecting her breathing. Those are the kind of the main issues we need to look for. The cough she's just developed over the past couple of days, so we just want to check in on that and make sure everything is still okay. Last week, she did go through a really hard week. It was just rough. I don't know what was in the air. I was thinking that it was just all the kids because they all kind of had a rough week last week. But it was funny because I have a friend who her and I were both due on the same day with Penelope and her daughter. And after my second really hard night with Penelope and with Jackson, she tagged me in a Facebook post and asked me if we were having a hard time going through this leap. And I didn't really know what she was talking about at first, but developmentally wise, which I do know this, but I didn't know that it was so exact. They go through leaps developmentally, and last week was actually her first week. So even though she was born on March 10th, you're supposed to go off of your due date, because that's where they are developmental wise. Her baby and our baby are the same going through the leaps, and I was just like, oh, is that what's going on? Because yeah, she has just been non-consolable, which was last week. She's back to sleeping the way she was sleeping before again. We have made it out of the first leap, and I'm going to share that app with you guys here at the end of this. For any of you expecting moms that don't know about this app, it's really cool, and apparently I've heard from multiple people that it's super accurate too. So yeah, she's back to sleeping longer stretches at night. She is definitely growing. She's still really small, you guys. She is still less weight than all of the boys were at birth. She was weighed last week and she was 7 pounds 10 ounces. I'm interested to see what she weighs at the doctor tomorrow. She may be close to 8 pounds now. It's just crazy to me that she's still this small. She's definitely fitting into all her newborn stuff now. She can even fit into some of her 0 to 3 month. Actually, most of the stuff that she's wearing 0 to 3 month is her pants because she has such long legs. But her waist is so tiny, so the 0 to 3 month is kind of big on her waist. But they fit her so good, like lengthwise. Newborn is kind of high waters on her. Yeah, she's just a skinny mini, but she's long. She is starting to smile a lot more, which is coming with being more aware and awake, which I love. So her hair is pretty short on the top. Look at this cute little ruffle butt. Oh my gosh, I love it. But her hair is just getting like really long in the back here. She is, however, starting to get some more defined eyebrows, some more eyebrow hair, and eyelashes are starting to come in. I'm really hoping that she gets the long, luscious eyelashes like her brothers have. They're so beautiful. I think that's pretty much it with changes since last month. Like I said, it's really not a lot, but yeah, overall she's doing really good. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and set her down really quick. So the app that my friend was telling me about is called the Wonder Weeks. Go ahead and move over here so that I can put it over here to show you guys what it looks like. It's saying that we have 11 days until the next leap, which is a developmental leap. Pretty much the days that she's gonna be kind of more fussy or not sleeping at night because she's learning something or just going through something developmentally. So this was the first leap that she made last week. During this week, Penelope will make the first leap in her mental development, which is known as the world of changing sensations. Everything indicates that during this leap, Penelope is experiencing rapid maturity of her metabolism, internal organs, and senses. She is clearly more interested in the world around her, like I said, and is now better able to look at things beyond the range of 20 to 30 centimeters. As a parent, you notice that she is suddenly responding more to you and to others. Interesting note, your baby produces tears while crying for the first time or much more frequently than before, which is actually true because last week when she was being really fussy, she did have tears. So that is true. That was the first time I noticed. She didn't really cry much before that though. During leap 1, you may notice for the first time that the head circumference of your baby has increased. This type of growth spurt is something that you will notice more often during the next few months than at any other time in your little one's life. Head circumference does not increase gradually but in spurts. This brain growth is a result of your baby obtaining new perceptions as she enters the world of changing sensations. This type of brain growth is known as a leap in mental development. Thus, a leap is physically measurable in this way. Seeing distances at 5 weeks. There are many arguments about what babies can see. For example, many people say that babies are totally colorblind or even that they can hardly see anything. That is not true. A baby with no visual abnormalities is born with functioning eyes. Everything works, but that does not mean that the eyes see and transfer the same image to the brain as an adult's eyes do. When your baby was a newborn, she could not accommodate or focus her eyes on an arbitrary distance. She could only clearly see a distance of 8 to 11 inches. She saw everything else, but it was very hazy. After making this leap of sensations, Penelope can see up to 30 inches. So her visual world comes into sharp focus and becomes 3 times bigger. To help you understand how Penelope's visual world changes, the following movies show how your baby sees the worlds before and after. So then it goes on to show me little video clips, which is really cool, of how a baby can see. And I actually had a lot of people tell me before that babies are colorblind, they can't see color. So that's interesting that they're saying that they can. And I can definitely tell that she's focusing in more when she's looking at us too. So I feel like that is definitely in line with what's going on. Oh, here's a leap fact at the end. Between birth and adulthood, the head becomes twice as big, the torso 3 times as big, the arms 4 times as big, and the legs 5 times as big. The heads of babies are disproportionately larger than the rest of their bodies from their time in the womb until toddlerhood and beyond. It is therefore vitally important to always support the head and neck of your baby, particularly when she is a newborn, at rest, at play, and when moving around. Which is pretty much common sense. Most people know that. These are examples of what your baby might do after going through this leap. A baby never does these things all at once. Your baby only does a few things from this list. The list is: looks at something longer and more frequently, responds to touch differently, gives a social smile for the first time, responds to odors more clearly, and is more awake and active. And those are definitely all things that I have noticed changing in the last month, for sure. Like I said, she loves her hand being held, so she does react differently to touch. You can just really tell it soothes her and it calms her when you hold her hand. Looking longer, being more aware. She is starting to smile a little bit more. I don't know about the odor thing. Can't really tell. She's totally listening to me down here too. It's so cute. I love it. She has the prettiest big eyes too. Her eyes get so big. that's basically an update on Penelope. I didn't really write down anything for myself postpartum. Things are going good. If you didn't see before with my whole IUD stuff, I am feeling much better after all of that. I got on different birth control now and that seems to be working out better. That's basically what's going on with me. I can show you guys my postpartum belly. So here's my 8-week postpartum belly. Mom hack here. I don't know if you can see her hands, but this is actually a little white onesie underneath this. And it's a onesie where you can flip the sleeves to make little mittens. I love these, because the mittens just don't stay on very well. Overall, we're still doing really good. I cannot believe we're already at 2 months old. She is just the sweetest. I can't even tell you how sweet she is. She also really still loves being swaddled a lot. So I am very thankful that we invested in a bunch of really cute swaddles for her, because I feel like most of the time in pictures and stuff you see her swaddled up. So at least she has a good swaddle wardrobe as well. Alright guys, well that's it for our 2-month newborn and postpartum update. If you guys liked today's video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and continue to follow along with our journey. We'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!